Y'all thought Love and Hip Hop was messy before? Baby, you haven't even scratched the surface. This wasn't some ordinary cast beef. This was personal. This was surgical. This was war. Erica Mena sat there in front of her live camera, her eyes cold, her voice steady. The world expected another emotional outburst, but instead she calmly whispered the words that would turn the entire reality TV industry inside out. You really thought I was going to stay silent? And with that, 2025 spiraled into one of the most chaotic, damaging, and scandalous seasons of reality television history. See, when people first heard the rumors, nobody wanted to believe it. Erica was known for her drama, her outbursts, her headline-grabbing moments. But this time, this wasn't about attention. This was about truth. Or at least, Erica claimed it was. The accusation alone was enough to make jaws drop. Mendeecees, the man who had been Yandy Smith's everything, her husband, her king, the man she stood by while he sat behind bars for years, was allegedly the father of Erica's baby. Not Safari, not some anonymous hookup. Yandy's husband. The internet couldn't even process it at first. The Love and Hip Hop fan. Bass, who had seen cheating scandals, secret marriages, baby mama drama, courtroom battles, even they weren't prepared for this level of betrayal. This wasn't a storyline. This was a bomb. Erica claimed this wasn't just a fling, a drunken mistake, or some crazy one-night stand. She insisted that there had been a private DNA test. Not one of those cheap walk-in labs, but a high-end clinic. The type of place reserved for the wealthy, the famous, and the people who need their secrets kept. They serve you cucumber water while they shatter your life. According to Erica, the results were clear, 99.98% probability. Mendeecees was the father. But before she could announce it, before the public could get their hands on it, the test vanished. Gone like it never existed. The lab claimed they never received the samples. The staff went off-grid. The website shut down for maintenance. The lead doctor, vacationing overseas, disappeared. Every trail leading to that test suddenly erased, as if someone, or multiple someones, wanted that evidence buried. And according to Erica, that someone was none other than Yandy Smith herself. Erica alleged that Yandy used her connections, her PR team, her legal squad, her influence in the industry, to make that test vanish before anyone could see it. But let's rewind for a moment. Because this story doesn't start with Erica's bombshell. No, the seeds were planted long before, in secret meetings, behind locked hotel doors, away from cameras and producers. Insiders began leaking details that only made this scandal even more believable. Apparently back in 2023, while filming a Love and Hip Hop reunion crossover, producers mysteriously ordered cameras off for 2 hours during one night of shooting in Atlanta. 2 hours. No explanations, no footage, just darkness. Later that same night, crew members claim they saw Erica quietly leaving the hotel floor where Mendeecees was staying. She was in full disguise, hoodie, oversized shades, head down, trying to avoid any cameras or staff. 10 minutes later, Mendeecees came out, wearing the same outfit from earlier, except now his shirt was mysteriously inside out. That alone sparked rumors, but nothing prepared anyone for what would happen next. For months, Erica stayed quiet. She laid low. People assumed the drama was over. Another Erica meltdown, another chapter closed. But while the world was distracted, Erica was building her case. She was collecting receipts, Uber logs, hospital records, text messages, screenshots, and according to one anonymous production assistant, even voice recordings of Mendeecees, nervously whispering, "What if that baby really mine? That wasn't an accident. This was strategic." And then, without warning, Erica flipped the switch. She dropped her first hint, a cryptic Instagram post, a photo of her baby boy with the chilling caption, "His real father knows who he is." That caption detonated the internet. Fans began comparing photos, side-by-side images of the baby, and Mendeecees flooded every blog, every gossip site, every fan page. People zoomed in on the baby's nose, his smile, his eyes, the same signature smirk Mendeecees had in his own childhood photos. Even casual viewers were commenting, That baby got Mendeecees' whole face. Ain't not one Safari feature in sight. Meanwhile, Safari's silence was deafening. No photos, no proud father posts, no cute little baby videos, nothing. It was like Safari had exited stage left from fatherhood altogether. And according to sources close to him, that's exactly what happened. Allegedly, the moment Erica told Safari she was pregnant, he requested a paternity test immediately. The results came back inconclusive, and from that point on, Safari backed out entirely, emotionally, financially, publicly. He wasn't about to claim a child he wasn't sure was his. And then came Yandy. As the rumors exploded online, Yandy went live. But instead of denying the claims, she broke down. She paced back and forth on camera, pulling at her hair, snatching, her lashes off, crying hysterically. "You trifling Erica, you ruined my family!" She screamed, she sobbed, she ranted for over 15 minutes. But throughout the entire live, not once did Yandy say, "That child isn't my husband's." Not once. And that silence, that chilling, terrifying silence, spoke volumes. Within hours, the blogs pounced on the footage, clips of Yandy's breakdown, flooded YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Headlines screamed, "Yandy breaks down over DNA bombshell," "Marriage in shambles," "Mendeecees caught up in paternity scandal." And just like that, the story went from rumor to wildfire. But the chaos didn't stop there. Screenshots began leaking. Alleged text messages between Mendeecees and Erica surfaced, with Mendeecees allegedly writing, "You know this changes everything if he's mine. We need to talk. Yandy can't know. Not yet." The timestamps? Just weeks before the baby was born. Weeks before Yandy posted Bible verses about betrayal and carrying God's toughest battles. And just when fans thought it couldn't get worse, someone anonymously leaked security footage from a luxury Atlanta hotel. The footage was timestamped just 6 weeks before Erica gave birth. The video showed Mendeecees arriving with his assistant, then Erica slipping into the hotel in disguise. The two headed to the penthouse suite, where Erica didn't leave for nearly 6 hours. The receipts kept stacking. While all of this played out, Safari stayed mute. And that silence? It started to feel intentional. Sources close to him claimed that behind the scenes, Safari knew what was up from day one, and he wanted no part of the mess. But then, out of nowhere, another voice joined the storm. Mendeecees' ex-girlfriend Samantha. She went live with her own tea saying, "This ain't even the first time Mendeecees stepped out on Yandy. I been said it. Now the truth catching up." She even suggested there might be more secret children out there that the world didn't know about. And just when you thought the kettle was boiling over, it exploded. A family friend of Mendeecees leaked what would become the most damaging evidence yet, the actual DNA test results. They weren't posted by Erica, Mendeecees, or even Yandy. Instead, this anonymous source posted the paperwork with the caption, "Sometimes silence ain't strength, it's guilt." And right there, printed in bold black letters, probability of paternity, 99.92%. Social media didn't just react, it collapsed. Hashtags trended, memes flew, fans split into factions, Team Yandy, Team Erica, Team We Need the Full Story. TikTok stitches flooded feeds. Instagram blogs ran nonstop coverage. Entire podcasts dedicated weekly episodes to analyzing every new leak, every cryptic post, every subtweet. And that's when Yandy finally made her legal move. Multiple sources confirmed that she filed for legal separation, citing emotional distress, public humiliation, and irreparable harm. Their once picture-perfect marriage was now legally fractured, but even then, Mendeecees wasn't ready to admit defeat. In private emails leaked between his team and producers, Mendeecees pulled the classic reality TV Hail Mary, "We were on a break." Yes, he pulled the infamous Ross Geller defense. His argument? That he and Yandy were temporarily separated when the baby was conceived. That technically it wasn't cheating, that Erica knew the situation from the start. But the fans weren't buying it. They pulled up receipts showing Mendeecees posting romantic anniversary tributes to Yandy during the alleged break. Fans called him out directly in the comments. You wasn't on a break when you were calling her my queen every week on Instagram. Another wrote, you weren't on a break. You were just sloppy. And at this point, nobody knew who was lying anymore. The internet was on fire. And while fans were still trying to process everything that had already leaked, the next chapter was just beginning. Because as the legal separation papers landed on Mendeecees' doorstep, the financial war quietly began behind the scenes. Multiple outlets started reporting that Erica was now preparing to file an official petition for full paternity establishment and child support. Not regular child support, celebrity-tier child support. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars every single month. Because Mendeecees wasn't just any man. He was a public figure, still attached to love and hip-hop contracts, business deals, sponsorships, appearances, and brand partnerships. According to insiders close to Erica's legal team, her lawyers were ready to demand full access to Mendeecees' financials, his business ventures, his production deals, joint assets with Yandy, even properties that were supposedly held under their family trust. And if Mendeecees thought the separation with Yandy was painful, he hadn't seen anything yet. Because under New York law, if paternity was confirmed, which at this point the leaked test strongly suggested, he could be facing upwards of $15,000 to $20,000 a month in child support alone. But it wouldn't stop there. Erica's lawyers were reportedly preparing to subpoena Yandy as a key witness. Why? Because Yandy shared businesses and finances with Mendeecees. They'd want to pull her into court to testify about their household income, their joint ventures, and their timeline of events during the so-called break. Suddenly, Yandy's silence wasn't just emotional, it was legal. And while these court preparations brewed, Erica played her next card publicly. She started granting interviews. One by one, she sat down with podcasts, YouTube channels, and gossip. Blogs. Every word was carefully chosen, but every word cut deep. In one interview, Erica said, "I didn't destroy their family. The lies did. All I did was shine a light on the truth. They built this image like they were royalty, like they were untouchable. But everyone bleeds when the truth comes out." The more she spoke, the more her audience grew. She became the villain who didn't flinch. And the fans? They ate it up. Even people who normally disliked Erica were now admitting that her confidence was chilling, her receipts undeniable, and her strategy ruthless. She even updated her Instagram bio to read, "Unbothered, unbought, unapologetic." And when a fan commented, under one of her posts saying, "This too shall pass," Erica clapped back instantly. "It won't pass until the truth comes out. And trust me, it's coming." And then came the rumors of the televised paternity special. Multiple inside sources revealed that Erica had pitched an exclusive paternity showdown, a televised live event where the DNA results would be read in front of a live audience. Erica on one side, Mendeecees on the other, an envelope sitting in the host's hand. The working title? Whose baby is it anyway? Mona Scott reportedly shut it down immediately, calling it exploitative, dangerous, and damaging to the franchise's credibility. But not every executive agreed. Some producers were allegedly shopping the concept to BET Plus and Zeus Network, arguing that in today's viral culture, scandal sells better than any carefully scripted season ever could. Because whether you loved or hated Erica, she had done what no producer ever fully managed. She broke the fourth wall of reality TV and weaponized real-life scandal into career resurrection. But while Erica capitalized, Mendeecees was spinning. According to multiple staffers, Mendeecees refused to film for Love and Hip Hop during this period. Every time production tried to schedule scenes, he either canceled or ghosted entirely. Instead, his entire response came down to one simple Instagram story. A black screen with white letters reading, "A real man handles his business in private." Fans dragged him for it. They flooded his comments. "Private? After all this? Sir, your business is already worldwide." The memes kept coming, the fan pages exploded, and while Mendeecees tried to stay invisible, Yandy was quietly falling apart. She completely withdrew from public appearances. For weeks, she posted nothing but cryptic Bible verses, silent videos of her walking near the ocean, long captions about betrayal, strength, and forgiveness. Her fan base split. Some supporting her for being the strong woman, holding her head high despite humiliation, others calling her out for allegedly trying to cover up the truth and enabling Mendeecees. But then, out of nowhere, another surprise player entered the chat, Jim Jones. During an Instagram Live, a fan asked Jim Jones about the scandal. His response? He simply shook his head and said, "Mendeecees wildin', man." That's all I'ma say. That single sentence sent Dipset fans and the entire Love and Hip Hop community into full meltdown. The memes went viral instantly. Even Mama Jones couldn't resist throwing shade. On Facebook, she commented, "I always told Yandy, keep your eyes open. Men get weak. But women will shake your whole world." And guess who liked that post? Erica. The internet ate it up. But beyond the memes, the subtweets, and the gossip blogs, things were quietly becoming extremely dangerous for Mendeecees behind the scenes, because the legal paperwork was building. Multiple sources confirmed that Erica's legal team filed official motions requesting financial records, not only from Mendeecees, but from Love and Hip Hop producers as well, to prove how much he earned during the relationship and how much of it Erica could potentially claim for child support. What started as messy reality TV scandal was now fully bleeding into courtroom warfare. And for Love and Hip Hop as a franchise, this was becoming a full-on crisis. Mona Scott was reportedly holding emergency meetings with VH1 executives. According to insiders, Yandy allegedly refused to film with any cast members who continued associating with Erica, which included not just fellow castmates but even a few producers. Entire filming schedules were canceled, episodes scrapped, contracts renegotiated. Rumors swirled that Mona was considering a complete reboot, a new city, a new cast, and completely cutting ties with Yandy, Mendeecees, and Erica altogether. Her alleged statement in a closed-door meeting summed it up. "If they want to act like children, we'll treat them like children. We've replaced bigger stars before, and just as everyone thought it couldn't escalate any higher, another leak hit the blogs. This time, an anonymous hospital nurse allegedly contacted one of the biggest gossip outlets with more receipts. She claimed that when Erica delivered the baby, no father's name was listed on the birth certificate. Allegedly, Erica told hospital staff, "Leave it blank. I need to confirm something first." The nurse also claimed that Mendeecees was seen pacing in the hospital parking lot the night of the delivery, never entering, just waiting outside nervously before driving off. The timeline matched everything that had already leaked. The secret meetings, the hotel footage, the DNA test, the meltdown, and the separation. And then came the biggest financial threat yet. According to new documents, if Mendeecees officially loses the paternity case, which was increasingly likely based on the leaked 99.92% test, his child support obligations wouldn't just affect him. Because he and Yandy are still legally married, his debts could bleed into her finances as well. Joint assets, shared businesses, property holdings, all potentially vulnerable. Suddenly, what started as one woman's messy accusation could collapse 3 households, 2 careers, and potentially the entire Love and Hip Hop empire. And how did Erica respond while all this unfolded? By doing what she does best, staying one step ahead of the chaos and monetizing every second of it. She posted a TikTok clip with a caption that sent fans into full cardiac arrest when they said, "I couldn't win without drama, so I brought the DNA." Legendary behavior. Some fans now wondered aloud if this was Erica's master plan all along. The timing, the precision, the calculated drops of information. First the cryptic post, then the receipts, then the test results, then the interviews, then the court filings. Erica didn't just stumble into this scandal. She orchestrated it like a media genius, and the payoff? It was massive. She reportedly landed offers for new spin-off shows, interviews, and even a rumored 6-figure Zeus Network special all about her side of the story. Meanwhile, Mendeecees was barely seen. Paparazzi caught him once, slipping into a courthouse with his lawyers, wearing dark shades and refusing to answer questions. Reporters swarmed him yelling, "Is the baby yours?" But Mendeecees stayed silent. The only word that came from his camp was a brief, carefully crafted PR statement. Mendeecees is focused on handling all personal matters privately, as they involve minor children and family privacy. By now, the fans were exhausted, divided, and obsessed. Some declared Erica a manipulative villain who purposely blew up a family. Others saw her as a woman finally taking control and exposing the double standards women often face. Some fans even argued that Yandy had spent years building her perfect wife image while allegedly turning a blind eye to her husband's behavior. And now the truth was catching up. Even inside the love and hip-hop world, sides were being chosen. Cast members who had previously stayed quiet began speaking out subtly through likes, retweets, and shady captions. What was once just a messy reality show scandal had now evolved into an industry earthquake. The DNA test wasn't just paperwork anymore, it was a weapon. And still, Erica promised one more bombshell. In her final interview before court proceedings, Erica smiled into the camera and said, "This is just the beginning." Because when the real paperwork drops, trust me, the world gonna learn who's been protecting who for years. Some of your favorite producers, cast members, and executives, they've all known. And with that chilling promise, the entire internet held its breath. Because if Erica was telling the truth, the next leak wouldn't just destroy a marriage, it could burn down the entire love and hip-hop empire.